So hello and welcome back to CMGRI Space Forex Lessons. My name is Kujo, and this class is mainly on mastering your candlestick patterns. The class for intermediate for forex traders, right? So we have treated a number of them, done a number of episodes, and then this is the 12th episode. And it is on trends, right? So we have done the recent video episode was on support and resistance. So I think from there we had a glimpse of what trend lines are. Now trend lines are very similar to the traditional support and resistance levels, right? Very similar. So I think the previous video, I was a bit preoccupied. So forgive me if the meaning, the explanation was was not very good. Just pardon with me. So I think you can follow it up here and then you understand. So I'm just going to brief you on then the support and then the resistance. So the support and resistance, they are traditionally horizontal lines, right, drawn on your chart. First upper and then the lower. The lower line or the bottom line is called the support line, and then the top one is what called the resistance one. That is it. And usually, some people call it a channel. So right, it's like a channel, and the pricing moves in between them. They bounces from each of the surfaces, right? They bounces from there. That is the support and resistance level, right? And then we use these things to as a confluence. When you can generally identify that the market is on the uptrend or a lower trend, right? You can use this as what the markings to actually know when to where to enter the market and then where to exit the market, so that you don't delay much on a particular trade or position, which will eventually all of a sudden end in the loss. Initially, the profit, you may be running a profit, but because you didn't set your entries and your points and the markets very well, you end up coming back to your loss. So that is what I am talking about now. So that is the support resistance levels that we are talking about. So they are horizontal lines, right? Now, when it comes to trend lines are also similar to support and resistance level. But in that, the only difference is that the trend lines are drawn diagonally, right? Either from the top to the down or down to the top. So if they are drawn diagonally, it's a similar line. They can also be referred to as channels, but it's actually a channel that the prices also move between. They bounces off from the surfaces. So that is a trend line, right? So the trend line are usually drawn in an uptrend or a downtrend, right? And then the supports and resistance level are mostly or perfectly drawn in a ranging market. So I think you have the better understanding here. So the support and resistance level, they are the horizontal lines, channels drawn on the chart, right? And then they are drawn usually on a ranging or consolidating market. Now trend lines are drawn diagonally up to the down or down to the top. And then there are also channels, right? Prices can also bounce off from these surfaces. But they are mainly drawn in an uptrend and a downtrend. That is the simple difference, right? The easy difference that you can use. So that is it. So let's get back to that. Now, to draw a quality trend line, you will need to find at least 2 minimum swing points. I will explain this better with charts or pictures. I think that will do. Now, and simply connect them with each other. The levels must be clear. Don't try to force a trend, right? I will explain them with this. Don't use smaller time frame to draw trend lines. The same thing with the resistance and then the support levels, right? We try to focus right now on how to draw them in the trending markets. Our purpose is to identify the beginning of an impulsive move, and then, yes, in the trending market. In the next chapter, I will explain to you in detail how to trade trend lines in combination with other price action trading setups. So that is it. As a confluence. That's what it means. So now we are on what a downtrend, right? So a downtrend, prices, the line that is drawn, being the resistance is at the top, and the prices are what are beneath it. So the prices will bounce off from those surfaces. So that this is a downtrend. Prices are generally moving downwards, right? They get to this point, and then what do? They bounce off. So the rectangles shapes drawn here are the points that the price move, and then they move back, they get rejected and move downwards. So that is the trend line. This red line is what? The trend line. Basically the trend line. So specifically, it can be used as what? The resistance line, because prices get to that point and then they get resisted, they move downwards. So prices are being rejected from that area. So that is a trend line. That is one. You can even draw 1, 2 here like this, then to mean another trend line, right? Another trend line, but this is the lower one, or in fact the support one. So it can also be done that way. So that is it. And as you can see, the market respects the trend line. And when price approaches it, the market reverses and continue in the same direction. Right? Let me again. As you can see, the market respects the trend line. It respects it. Means it doesn't move above it. When you say prices are respecting a particular level, meaning when they get to that level, they get back. They are being rejected. They get back. They don't move past it. That is the meaning, right? And then when price approaches it, the market reverses and continue in the same direction. Market was moving up. Now when they get to the up level, they come down. They move back and move in that direction. Now, when the market moves in this way, trend lines help us to anticipate, right? We can guess the next impulsive move with the direction of the market. Now we have another look. Now this is what an uptrend. So with the uptrend, the line is usually drawn at the bottom. If the market is moving up, the trend line is drawn beneath the prices or below the prices. So in the downtrend, the prices are drawn above it. So that is as simple as that. Now with that, you can use, if you like, you use another second line to mean the opposite of that line, and then use it to know where to maybe exit in the market. So that is it. But for entering the market, you use what? The first line, for instance, the uptrend line is, if you want to enter the market, you use what? The down trend, the trend line, the line drawn at the bottom, as in the support, right? So that is it. So here, price starts here, it moves there, it comes here, it moves there, it comes here, right? It moves there, it comes here. So that these are the point that when the price gets to, they get what? Bounce off, they get rejected to that point. So that is what it means. Now, as you can see, the market respects the trend line. By drawing it the right way, we can easily predict the next movement upward. Now, the market, we read initially also, now I think it escaped me, that when you are drawing the line, don't force it to move in a way that it is not supposed to move. Trend lines are very strict, right? They are very strict. You can't manipulate it like the way you want, right? If you start from a point, you should go in that straight line, right? That's, sorry. My line is very bad. You should move in that sense, that straight line, forgive me. You should move in that straight line. It's not a matter of when you get to a point that the price is not actually touching it, you try and push the line to move there. No, if it's not touching it, don't force it. For instance, I think this is the best, there's a best example here is this place, right? realize that when we were drawing the line from here to this point, and then when we got here, this price is not touching it. If it's not touching it, don't force it by moving the what? The price, the line actually to that point. Leave it that way and move straight, because even though prices move up and then bounce off, they bounce off from that level, it's not always that they get to that point before they move back. They can move to almost or near that point and then they'll go back. So don't force it. So that's what it means, right? So that is it. Now let's take it from here. Now this is all what we can say about trending markets. I think it's clear and simple. Now what I want you to do is to open your charts and try to find trending markets, right? You can just better so if you have done the opening, as if you have logged into your trading view, right? I said earlier that don't worry yourself by going ahead of the class. If you have already, no problem. But if you actually want to understand this and follow this class, just keep it as simple as I'm telling you, as simple as I tell you. Either you open your video, right? You just search and then just do a regular search, right?